everyone. I'm now here at Kimmeridge Bay in Dorset, and I've come down to photograph the sunset. The tide is now going out a little bit. Ideally, I would like to have it a lot further out to get a lot of foreground, but I'm working with what I have here. The conditions are changing by the minute. I mean, when I arrived, there was sun just coming out from below a cloud, so I got a nice sunburst. And as this storm, there's this snow clouds coming in from the left here. They're actually covering this sky over, but just a few minutes ago, did a 1-minute exposure with a little stopper. And this was the result. There's just a beautiful glow here. I'm using the sweep of this bay, so I've got some beautiful rocks in the foreground that are catching the highlights of the rocks. That's why I'm choosing this angle, because I'm getting the highlights in the water, and then this line is taking your eye around to the headland and then right to the sunset. I don't know if you can see on the distance there's a flag flying. This is a military range that we've come through, so we are risking life and limb to get these landscape pictures. Well, I thought tonight was going to be a complete washout because the clouds were quite gray this afternoon, but it just goes to show you, you never know what's going to happen at sunset, so it's always best to turn up regardless what's happening at the moment. So this is, I'm doing a 2-minute exposure now just to get a little bit more, as the light levels are dropping, to get more exposure on this. But as you can see in the background, this light is changing drastically. I think the last exposure was my best one, I think. The reflections now are going in the foreground, but it's still quite a nice sky in the background here. So let's just see, I've got about 30 seconds left to do. In the space of a half an hour, I've seen the light just change so drastically, which just goes to show you that you have to roll with what's going on, move with what your instincts tell you. And I thought that this base here would be a good base, mainly because there's too many photographers over on the other one. But hey, so my thought process, I'm just going through my thought process right here, and right now it's kind of coming together. We've got a nice base. If I use this line coming around here, heading right out to the beautiful sky, that has potential. So let's try that. Make a slight adjustment to the camera. So I know, everyone, that was a short video, but it just goes to show you how quickly the lighting can change. As I flip through the images here, you can see it went from a brilliant sunset, and as it transitioned into the cool colors in the foreground, you have that contrast between the cold tones and the warm sunset. That's the sort of result that I was going for, that I really like. So you know, you have to keep shooting until the sun's actually gone completely, and never pack up your bags thinking you're done. But I didn't think I was going to actually get anything tonight. That's the surprising thing. I turned up here and I thought, okay, the conditions they were okay. We've got some interesting clouds. Foreground wise, there was a little bit of a ridge here going out to the sea, but it just, compositionally, it didn't work for me because it's just it's a straight line out to sea. I felt really that everything happens for a reason. And because there were some photographers there already, I had to move down here and find an alternate composition. And with these rocks in the foreground, the wet rocks pick up that reflection in the sky. That is what really made the shot for me. For more tips and advice about shooting sunsets, check out our blog that we've written especially for this at landscapephotography.iq.com. And thanks for coming out with me tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.